Hey, what's going on, guys? Bert Ferguson, realtor here with Rush Home in Smyrna, Delaware, serving Kent County, Sussex, and Newcastle, Delaware, also Maryland, and soon to be Pennsylvania. Working on that Pennsylvania license still. If you guys are just first time tuning in, make sure you guys follow me on social media, on Twitter and on Instagram. It's going to be at BFerg Realtor. And then on Facebook, just type in Bert Ferguson Realtor. You will be able to see all of my information there, videos, listings that I have coming, some buyer testimonials, and pretty much everything about me, as well as videos on the market. You can also check out my website, bertferguson.net. That is going to, bertferguson.io, not .net. .io is going to be my website, and on there you can not only get links to all of my social media, but you can reach out to me personally if you want to get some information on purchasing a home or selling a home. All right. And my cell phone is 302-204-1347. And make sure you just continue to stay locked in with me here on social media and online, because that's kind of what I do. I love to give you guys videos on information that a lot of people would like to know about when it comes to purchasing or selling a home. And today, what I want to talk about is some questions that a lot of people who are interested in selling their home have right now, and they may be a little bit apprehensive on reaching out to an agent. They're not quite ready. They're thinking about selling their home, and they just don't really want to reach out to an agent to have someone kind of pressuring them or continuously following up and reaching out to them, when that's just not what they want. They just really want information with no solicitation attached to it. So that's kind of my goal of this video, is if you're watching this, you're thinking about selling your home, or maybe a parent or someone else in the family is thinking about selling their home, but they really don't want someone calling them right now, this would be a really great video for them to watch. What we're going to talk about today are a couple of these questions that people have when they want to sell their home. And the most popular one is, right, when should I sell my home? Me personally, I know that in this particular market, that sellers still have a lot of the advantage, but it is very key to know what time frames you can yield probably the most amount of buyers that are going to see and be open to making a decision. And based on the National Association of Realtors, June, July, and August make up 40% of annual home sales. And homes that sell in June and July typically sell for a higher price than homes sold in other months. Late fall and winter are usually the slowest months for selling a home. So we're still, right now is mid-September when I'm recording this video. So that means you're still going to catch a little bit of the lag of those August buyers. But what I can say is that as we move closer into these months, things will slow down as far as buyer demand. It's just not as high as when it is in the summer. When that buyer demand is so high and people want to make those moves for the summer, to get into a home before the school year starts or before it gets too cold out, you start to see a lot of offers come in over asking. You see some really attractive loan programs, whether it's conventional or some particular loan cash purchases as well. You can really get some great terms when you're looking to sell your home in some of these warmer months, okay? But don't be discouraged to sell in some of the colder months, because it takes the right marketing plan, the right pricing, and the right agent to still get you what you're looking for, okay? But June, July, and August, historically, you're gonna get your sweet spot there. So if you're thinking about listing right now, you can. It depends on your situation. But if you really want to maximize top dollar, the summer months would be best. We of course don't know what the summer market will look like next year. So just something to think about, okay? Next, how can I sell my home quickly? So one of the best ways to sell your home quickly is to make sure that it shows well and then the pictures show well. So that means, even if you need to stage your home, or if you need to do a quick clean through, and also the big ticket items, whether it's HVAC, roof, windows, plumbing, electric, those items that people can't quite see or can't quite think about when they're looking through the home and seeing the floor plan and the appliances and the flooring, the paint style. They're not always necessarily thinking about when's the last time the electric's been inspected, or what's the condition of the HVAC, or what's the condition of the plumbing. So not only beautifying your home is going to help it sell quickly, but making sure that you've invested into keeping those big ticket items in functioning order. If you have an oil heating system, making sure that's up to date. If you have converter systems, or if you have a split systems, making sure the electric is good to go. If you have a septic system, making sure that was serviced or cleaned out and dredged recently. Those always help. And then pricing. So outside of all of that is pricing, which is what we're seeing in this market right now. We've seen some serious price increases over the last year. So what's going to make your home sell properly is making sure you're staying on trend with the pricing, and knowing what to price your home at for what you've got in whatever market you're in. So the price, don't overprice. The more you overprice, the higher chances are you're going to have to continue to decrease your price, and you're going to start getting vultures out there who are going to want to keep undercutting your price decrease. It's very important. Okay. Here's another good question that someone asked is, why is my home's market value different from its assessed value? And the market conditions determine your home's market value, while the appraised or assessed value is calculated by a professional and used for mortgage or tax purposes. So that's a very big one. I talk to my homeowners about this all the time. If just because a buyer is willing to come in and offer $50,000 over our asking price does not necessarily mean that that's what it's going to appraise at. This is a very big conversation that a lot of people who are looking to sell their home, or a lot of buyers as well who are in the market looking to make offers, don't quite understand all the time, is that we want to, of course, get the highest dollar amount for your home under the best conditions in the shortest amount of time, right? One of the things about doing that is making sure you actually select an offer that is going to fit within the appraised value. Now, if you have a home that's being sold and there's a cash buyer and they just want to go way over asking, that's different. There's no financial institution that is going to say, we want to make sure that this piece of collateral or this asset that we're lending on is worth what we're giving out. But that's what the appraisal is. The appraisal is allowing the financial institution to know that their piece of collateral is worth what they're giving out at that particular time. Okay? Appraisals are used to determine the value of a property for mortgage insurance purposes, based on condition and location of the property. Tax assessors also work for local governments and value real estate for tax purposes. Those are different aspects than what a buyer is going to want to offer your home. So your market value may be $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over what we're asking because there's nothing else out there than what you've got. But what you also have to keep into consideration is this buyer going to get an appraisal? And we need to make sure that whatever offer we do accept is within this appraisal range, so we don't have an issue with the appraisal. You don't want the home to go back into the market, really. Once you have that buyer, you want to close. So that's something to consider, the difference between appraisal, tax assessor, and your actual and the market value. They're kind of different, okay? They're very different. Another good question. How does my agent get paid? The seller pays for the agent's commission based on the final sales price of the home. That's typical. In some states, which is a big thing now, in some states, the buyer has to pay the agent's commission. It is a buyer's responsibility. Most agents don't get paid on a salary, and we do work on commission. So I think that's a very big misconception about a lot of people. And if you're a realtor watching this, or someone who's looking to get into real estate and you just happen to watch this video, do know that we work on commission. So if we don't close a deal, we don't get any payment. And who pays us will vary from state to state, but typically, at least here in Delaware, the seller will pay us from their proceeds. After the home goes on the market, we're going to do marketing. We're going to vet clients. We're going to vet buyers. We're going to vet offers that come in. We're going to set up the mechanism so you can have showings go smoothly and get feedback. And then after we find a buyer, there's going to be various processes between there. And if there's hiccups involved, it's going to be our responsibility to make sure that you don't feel any of that pressure. A good agent will, right? All through education and through their process. That's what we do to get paid. Purchasing, selling a home, and bringing those two parties together has a lot of moving parts. With our clients already dealing with life and things in general, we don't want to, we want to make that process smooth and as enjoyable for them as possible. So that's why we get paid. But who pays us is typically the seller, because they're the one who has the assets that they're going to be paid. They're the one who's going to be paid for selling that home. So we are the ones who collect pretty much a matchmaker fee, as well as a coordinator fee and a marketing fee. That's kind of all in one in our commission, but typically the seller pays us. So if you're buying a new construction home, it'll be the builder typically that pays us here in Delaware. The builder will have a commission fee for a brokerage fee for us bringing a qualified buyer to their home. Okay. Last question. Are real estate commissions negotiable? Yes. Real estate commissions are negotiable. So if you're looking to sell your home, what I will be able to do for you will determine how much I should get paid or won't get paid. If we make any kind of concessions on my commission, what that could do is decrease the amount of marketing or the proper time I can give to your home. Now, every situation is different. Every listing is going to have different needs. Not all of them are going to have the same needs. So I won't always do a set commission depending on the situation and what I have going on. That's me. I know some agents, they don't even talk to anyone doing under 6%. For me, it just really depends on the situation. But we really like to stress that my commission is going to be put out initially for me to get you professional pictures, get your landing page set up, get the mailer sent out, me to be able to do a vlog, and all the things that I can encompass to really get a listing out there. Okay, so one of the things I want to say is agents may be flexible if your home is in a really desired area, if you're in a market where your home's going to sell quick, or if the seller decides to forgo any standard marketing. So if you decide to forego any of my marketing, then of course we can talk about dropping the commission and we can see what we'll do there. But for the most part, I like to be able to do the biggest and best, depending on the property, marketing tactics that I can, whether Super Bowl open house or just any of those things that I really like to do. If you look on my YouTube channel, you can see my Super Bowl open house video that I did at a listing. So things like that really help get the home sold, okay? So those are some questions that a lot of sellers have right now, and maybe I'll do a part 2 to this. But if you're thinking about selling your home and you have a couple questions, always feel free to reach out to me. But this video should be able to at least get you started understanding what some of the processes are going to be, okay? And if you also look in my YouTube videos, I have the whole process on the contracts that you're going to sign and the actual procedure that I'm going to walk through to get your home on the market with videos, lockbox, sign placement, all that fun stuff. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Bert Ferguson, Realtor here. Make sure you guys follow me on all social media platforms at BFerg Realtor, Twitter and Instagram. Just Bert Ferguson, Realtor on Facebook, and of course here on YouTube, Bert Ferguson, Realtor. So you guys have a great day, and we will see you today if how much basis points will go up, and maybe we'll get a lender in a video soon to talk about these interest rates on your mortgage. All right, so have a great day, guys. See ya.